All right, Steiny and Guru, Chase Center, joined by Willard and Dibs for the crossover. And go ahead.
No,
wow.
We've all just got a smile on our face. That's all.
Oh, me too.
It's just one of those days.
Me too.
I know you do.
Great day.
I know you're all right.
But Dibs, I know you had your little girl to take care of.
Yeah,
I thought we were going to see you early in person.
Yeah.
So that threw me off. But the tweet of the day is Willard doing the Jason Terry.
Wow.
The windmill airplane when I missed the stuff I didn't see in real time. The Steiny Jim Nance call. Dibs. And I went first because the boss set me up.
Yeah.
But, dude, I missed a free throw. I scored on Willard, which supersedes everything.
I mean,
no,
whatever.
it doesn't.
That's preseason.
I mean, my God.
So, I mean,
you scored on a 48-year-old white guy. Don't make that.
50-year-old brother on a 48-year-old white guy.
Willard was playing good defense, Willard. She did say it.
Well, I gave everything I had, Guru, but no, by the way, so first of all, I was completely unaware.
So many takes.
I know. Are you telling me that Matt Nahigian made you go first? Because I was unaware of that.
He thought it would be good for the ceremony for me to go first.
The ceremony,
and I did it. But now that I'm thinking about it, that set me up.
He set you up for failure is what happened.
And the only reason that I windmilled is because, A, that's just the kind of guy that I am. And B,
mean-spirited.
You didn't know what was going on in the back because we had the rowdies in the back and we were hanging out at the back of the line. And I was saying what you're saying right now. I'm telling all the listeners, I go, this is just a terrible scenario. The look on your face was that you sat there for 8 minutes thinking about that free throw. And I'm like, and the guy behind you could shoot.
And he told me, are you sure you want to go
exactly.
first?
I'm like, the guy behind you who, is one of our, become our good friends here at 95.7 The Game. He had a shot. He was relaxed. And I'm sitting there going, this is a setup. If after all of this talk, we're going to have one and done. And it was just obvious that it was going to happen before it happened, is all I'm saying. So when it happened, I had to go on a little run.
But go ahead, Dibs.
No
doubt. You were Machiavelli. You had my back. But this is just a PSA to the Union City buddies. I got 50 text messages that I shamed the city. It was a damn free throw. Will you guys relax? You're on the couch because I'm still the only one playing amongst us. But go ahead, Dibs.
Well, the game is called Knockout. And the only person who could not possibly knock anyone out was the guy who goes first. And the fact that you went first, and I don't know if Nahigian, if he put you up there or if you volunteered, I don't know. I'm watching at home. I've got daycare issues, and I do want to put our guy Bonte on blast because he called me out not once but twice. And you know what, Bonte? You know what, Bonte?
With no trophy, Bonte.
You better check yourself before you riggedy wreck yourself.
He didn't know. He didn't know.
What, though?
But he didn't know.
But you know what, Mark? You need to know before you blast away at your boy who's got daycare issues. My nanny had a heart attack. Bonte, how you feeling now? Does that make you feel better about the fact that I wasn't there? Yeah, and she's okay. She's going to pull through. But Bonte took not once but 2 chances at taking a shot at me. And so there you go, Bonte.
Listen, I don't want to.
I hope you feel better now.
What about Butcher on his birthday?
Whatever, it's Butcher's birthday.
Well, no, his wife had a lunch that she set up. Look,
you know what, Guru? You went first, Guru, and the only person who could not knock anyone out was you. And so even if you made it, big deal. Now you go to the back of the line and you survive, but your spot was the absolute worst spot.
And
the fact that your partner gave you a triple, like down goes Frazier, down goes Frazier.
And he's laughing now.
Dude, mean-spirited. And then my partner took the opportunity to go back of the line and do the Jason Terry airplane.
Middle of the line.
He didn't knock you out.
Middle of the line.
Guru, I felt bad for you. I felt bad for you. Your partner my partner, they both did you dirty.
Oh, this is weird. You're both being weird.
You more than you know right now,
you're both being
Dude,
weird.
You over-celebrated something you didn't do.
Who said the hell that I did anything?
You ran to the camera and celebrated his ouster.
Because it was funny, and who are a group of friends that don't make fun of each other when crap like that happens? I would be remiss. Guru, I would not feel like your true friend if I didn't go crazy when that happened. If I sat there and took any of this seriously, like, oh no, oh, Guru's out. I'm sorry. He's taken Union City down with him. Like, what are we doing? If we can't have a hysterical laugh about this, then why did we even show up?
The fans, the other guys that shot, they had a great time, and I missed the selfie, Willard. My bad.
You weren't in the selfie? I didn't even know that.
I got in with you.
Oh, because you were working. You were working. Yeah,
Grandy was front and center with a team picture.
Grandy. I don't even. How many people know that Grandy didn't just win the trophy, but he won the after party also? We had a listeners left Chase Center and then 95.7 the game only.
Whoa.
Knockout double up.
Come on.
And that came down to me and him. It came down to me and him, and Bonte was right in front of me, he was out right before me, so it went right down to the end, and I fumbled the rock. And Grandy took that one home, too. Wow. He's tough to beat.
Hey, what question
He's got quick layups, man. He's got very quick layups.
Can you guys ask Jim Nance a question?
Hello, friends.
Hello, Jim. Why do you take so much joy in other people's downfall?
Not all other people's.
Oh, okay.
He's just one person.
Just Guru Klay and just Guru and Klay. Okay.
If I think I'm Jim Nance, who do you think you are?
It was
James
Dr. J until
just a big star. That's
but Willard, you played some good defense. Anyway, go ahead.
I tried. I was thrilled that it appears. I don't want to get ahead of myself. It appears we got through that without getting injured.
There you go.
And that was my only goal.
A little bit of a soft closeout. I thought you could have bought it.
But this is a large man.
Yeah,
and that was
for sure.
That was a one-take Jake. Like, we weren't doing that. He just was like, "Give me the rock. Here we go." And I'm like, "Wait, okay, I'll play some defense." Yeah, it just came out of nowhere. I'm like, good. I didn't get hurt. You
should have gone Zaza underneath him and sent a message. Afternoons to middays.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. All right. You were saying, Steiny?
Jim Nance.
Why do you hate people?
Why were you excited I didn't win?
Because you were too into it under the guise of not being into it. Okay? You were so wound up. It is unbelievable. Then you say, Steiny, people really do think I care. You do. It's devastating for you, and it just plays.
It was a free throw contest.
That's right. And
Guru,
I didn't understand why you cared so much.
Yeah, don't downplay it, man. I know you were shooting free throws in front of the mirror this morning. I know it. I know it.
It's my first time playing knockout, and I was so knocked out that I missed because I was on fire. I felt in preseason, in the warm-ups, I could hear Evan on the call say, go get the ball. I wasn't done, but I was so paralyzed with the miss.
Wow.
Dibs, I just watched it.
Look, again, I pointed it out earlier as well. The listeners, so many of you are listening on radio or an audio app right now. What you don't know is that Guru wore True Religion jeans to a knockout game. And the bottom line is you missed your free throw. Grandy missed a bunch of his free throws, but he won the damn thing. Because when you miss a free throw, you get on your horse and you go get the ball and you lay it in. And Guru, you lollygagged it. And our guy from Farmers Brewing, he was the one right behind you, and he got you.
My boy Ron T texts me, who shoots a free throw in a hoodie? He's right. I didn't come right. I wasn't dressed ready, man.
Yeah.
It's over.
We know you got game. Don't worry. I know that's all you wanted everybody to know.
I put one in your eye, so we know that.
Oh my God.
It's the only thing that got Guru back in the show.
I got served.
You know what? What really hit home to me during the competition, I guess if it were considered that, is Daryl the Guru Johnson, as a guy who just shot a basketball and we all watched him, but he's also on the radio talking, I couldn't help but just think back to Klay Thompson. I don't care what people say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they don't do what we do. And here's the king. They can't do what we do. That's why they, meaning Guru, talks. Why would I? Like, come on. I don't care what people say. Because you couldn't do what I do.
Yeah, but you know what? Like the people who are first in line saying that they don't care what people say are the people who care what people say.
Yep,
I mean,
right.
Like how can Klay Thompson a year and a half ago be at a podium bringing up comments made by Memphis players 6 months earlier,
wow, man,
and calling themselves the Petty Kings and keeping receipts, and then you turn around and you say, "Oh, I don't care what other people say." Sure you do.
Yeah.
And we all
You're
do.
human.
We
right.
all do.
No doubt about it,
Everybody,
man.
whether you use it as fuel or take it personally or whatever it is, it affects all of us. That's not a criticism. That's life.
Hey, why did he throw? Because some sectors in the world, people would have been, why you got your name in my mouth? I know I'm struggling, but Dibs, why did Klay have to bring up Wiggins? Like, talk about you. You ain't got to talk about my struggles, man.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that speaks to where Klay is mentally, and he is in a very, very fragile state in terms of, think about last year and the 4 rings. He's flashing 4 to Booker in Arizona and Phoenix because, he's feeling insecure. And then now this year he's starting out and he's having his worst year, the worst start to his year that he's had. And he's feeling that same kind of way. And so now he's clapping back at Tim Kawakami. And, Tim has been in this market for what, Steiny, 30 years? 25?
Yeah, something like
easy
that.
25. And Tim has never been a hot take, like, I'm going to get you to react so that I can write my article guy. He's been provocative. He's been a very good journalist for the better part of a quarter century, and yet Klay chose him to clap back at. Clay's feeling it.
Wow. No, man.
Yeah, Clay's goat fence right now is about a foot high.
Wow.
You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM and HD1 San Francisco. Always live on the free Odyssey app, Twitch, and YouTube, powered by First NorCal Credit Union.
I got a question because I don't want to drudge this back up, but, I'm a lover, not a fighter, and I'm holding on. And Steiny's been consistent with, the residue and stench from last year's connectivity. It's not all out of the locker room. But I don't know if you guys saw the report by Kendra Andrews about one Andrew Wiggins, and she mentioned she termed it as undisclosed leave, and then that maybe he was out of shape and some were kind of giving him the side eye. I'm paraphrasing. But when I read that in print at this juncture, it scares me from this sense. They covered it all up last year, and we speculated. And maybe we were wrong for doing that. But, guys, they're 8-9, and now when I read what I thought might be true, I do question where did she get it from. And I say all that to say is that's not a good sign to me that now, umpteen months later, somebody can make a report like that.
Well, first off, I'll pass along that she's going to join us at 4:15.
Okay.
So Kendra, awesome. Kendra will be on, and we'll talk more about this for sure. I do think it puts a measure of behind-the-scenes credibility to it because Kendra's not going to put that out there unless she's had a conversation directly with those who are involved. And I think the phrase that pays is that there are those in the organization who are annoyed at how he showed up physically. Wow. And so we're still left to speculate, though. That's the word you used, and it's true. We're still left to wonder, why did he come in out of shape? How much of this is physical? How much of this is mental? How much of this is residue from last year? And then for me, what is sort of the final analysis is we'll speculate, but in the end, who cares? Yeah. He has got to start playing better basketball really soon.
There you go.
Or else the Warriors have to do something. Like there was also a great article 2 days ago by Connor Letourneau in the Chronicle about Wiggins, and the metrics are stunning. There's all the stuff you can see, right? He shoots the ball and it often doesn't go in. We get that. Go deeper. He has been the worst Warrior on the floor. They are at their worst when he's playing. By far. Offensively, defensively, everything.
Special teams.
He's been bad. And whatever the reason is, let's be honest, we will never know. But he's going to have to, and they're going to have to figure it out, or else something's going to get different real soon.
Yeah, the one thing that stuck out with me about Kendra's report was Wiggins missed time. Then the organization came out and said it was his father's illness, I believe. Why would she go back to undisclosed? We all kind of settled on Mitchell Wiggins' father was sick. And in fact, Evan went back and looked at the specific tweets from Woj and Shams Charania. And I kind of felt like once the Warriors did that, then we, the media, fall in line and say, you know what, he had to be with his dad. Well, and even that is a way of showing sensitivity to what it may have been. But the fact that she said, hey, he missed last year and nobody knows why, leads me to think, well, we do know why. The company line is that his dad was sick. What are you saying? That's kind of where my mind went.
We could ask that. I mean, did you buy it? Did you buy it at the time? That was the whole story.
Yeah,
I did. No.
Yeah,
I didn't.
I did not at all.
No, Mark and I actually had a bet, and the bet was we would find out before the start of this year what the actual reason was.
Right.
And I lost a bet. I owe Mark an extra large salami and olive pizza, which is his pizza of choice, because we never actually found out what the real quote-unquote reason was. And maybe, the Kendra Andrews report tells us a little bit more about the fact that we still don't know. And so I lost the bet, but I don't think that we know what the reason actually was. And, bottom line is Andrew Wiggins has not been the same player in, 18 months now?
Wow, man.
Since May of 2022?
People say, can he come back? And I think he's going to be better. He reminds me of a little bit now. This is extreme, but he reminds me a little bit now of Ben Simmons. Something happened to Ben Simmons, and he's just not the same player. Now he's going out there and he's 7, 8, and 6 or whatever, but he's just not. And that's what I'm worried about with Wiggins, that he's just never going to get back to that level of 2 years ago, because now, quite frankly, 100 games have gone by without him being that player.
I'm not there yet.
He only played 50 of them.
So it's all mental with Wiggins. That's what you're saying with the Ben Simmons. It's mental. Whatever's going on or whatever happened, he can't get over that.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. It's all married to each other, because if the Warriors are annoyed at the shape he's in, that's physical. But is the physical a result of the mental? Maybe. It's all tied together, and we're probably never going to know. We'll never know. We could have a new bet. Will we know before Andrew passes away in 60 years?
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? We will probably never know. There are a lot of stories in sports,
Willard.
things that go on in the locker room that we don't know. So, I don't think anybody is under the impression that we know the whole story.
Yeah.
And because this is one of those things, we've debated a lot. Should people come out and say things publicly or not? Andrew's not that type of guy. And because of that, because he wants to be a private person, we're going to be left to let our minds sort of wander about out of shape, about his dad, about his kids, about Jordan Poole, about Draymond. I mean, all of that. I don't know. I don't know. But that's what I mean, where there's sort of a faux statute of limitations.
Steiny, which contract is worse? Draymond 4 for 100 or Wiggins 4 for 109?
I think it's Draymond. Well, actually, hold that.
You better think
not
about
with
that.
The way they're playing right now.
Wiggins has a player option for $30.169 in year 4. This is year 1, and it's 24 this year. It's 26. It's 28, and then it's 30. Which contract is worse?
I think it's Draymond's, and I'll tell you why. I think you could move Wiggins. I think he could move Wiggins, and he could be functional for another team.
Wow.
Draymond's going nowhere but older. And,
what if I added Klay? What if I added Klay's 3 and 80 on top of that? The contract that he's likely to get.
You think he's likely to still get that?
Yeah,
for sure.
Dibs.
For sure. 3 and 80. Like, thank you. We want you to stay here and get a statue.
Shoot, and you could clank him. We need for you the Lakers, the Knicks. Come on. The Bucks, Willard. I can name you some more of the teams that would pay for him to just Minnesota to be able to just kick.
Here's what we want you to do. We want you to be the worst defensive player on the floor.
That's the thing.
And then only make 33% of your threes.
Maybe we're good enough to disguise, and we got protection at the rim like Minnesota with their trees. Okay, you know what I mean? It ain't as necessary like it is here.
I don't know.
You're not trading Draymond Green or Klay Thompson and getting a player or players back that put you back into championship contention.
Klay right now, if you're talking about trades, Klay is nothing more than an expiring contract.
Right.
That's all. Like the romance of Klay Thompson doesn't exist anywhere but here. Like that, you know what I mean? You mentioned all those teams.
About that, though.
Yeah, maybe in LA a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've always had eyes for him. His dad's one of their broadcasters. I get that. So maybe a little bit there, but beyond that, we live in this age of analytics. I don't think front offices are like, well, but it's Klay.
Yeah.
Well, but what does that do for you?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'll say
the other thing is, the other thing is as unfortunate as those two injuries were, they don't matter in a way, and it's the ruthless part. We know it's not Klay's fault. We know he got bit by the bad luck bug.
Yeah.
We know he got hosed for 2 years, and it couldn't have happened to a bigger competitor. But he's the player he is now, and that's all the league cares about.
Right.
Which sucks.
More points tonight or more pens on your table for Klay, Steiny?
Oh, my God, look at that.
He's counting them right now.
Thank you. Because I'm looking at the YouTube feed, and I'm seeing at least, I'm seeing about 16 pens.
I'm telling you right now, more pens.
More pens than points?
3.
What are you doing with all of those?
Let him go.
7.
It's a fetish.
9, 10. This would be a career. This would be a season high for Klay tonight. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 with the highlighter.
Oh, I should have used
that was his career high, right? I mean, his season high this year.
This looks like my coffee table when my son pulls out his coloring book. Like, what are you doing?
And this man will tell Evan and I'm worried about the
By the way,
like you got 100 kids. Write something.
Dibs, look in the camera. Watch this.
Okay.
24. Googly took one of mine.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
I'm taking the pens. I'm taking the pens.
He loves me.
We'll have a good one to watch tonight.
We'll be listening.
And don't
they
forget
got to
Eagles.
win to stay in the play-in, damn it.
All right.
Hey, Goo.
What's up, baby?
Goo.
What up?
You did great.
All right, baby.
You did great.
First in, first down.
I need a
95-7.
It was efficient.
Yeah,